Welcome to More in the Know podcast. I'm your host, Josh Morin, co-founder and vice president of Field Supplements, as well as sobriety, woke, business, and wellness coach. More in the Know delivers an array of content based on marketing, health and fitness, personal branding, addiction, and often goes down the rabbit hole of politics, conspiracy, and the truth. If you seek to better understand the inner workings of human performance, consciousness, business, and humanity, you have come to the right place. Thank you for tuning in and tagging along. Let's get today's podcast started. What's up, everyone? More in the Know podcast, number 16. I lost track on which day it is of 30, but we are rocking and rolling. It's a beautiful day in Glendale. It's hump day, so hopefully you guys are getting your hump on in whatever way you want to get it on. If you're at the gym hitting legs, or if you're actually doing the dirty. So today's podcast, I didn't really have anything planned, as I feel like a lot of the podcasts that I've done up until this point haven't necessarily been mapped out or planned. And I get asked that question a lot. It's like, how do you come up with content every single day for 15 to 20 minutes every single day and you start talking to yourself? Well, first off, I just don't shut the fuck up. So if you've ever been around me, sometimes that is something that I should be working on is I could talk for hours and hours and hours. And I feel like maybe that's why that this is something that is my calling, because I do have an inner dialogue that just is wanting to be expressed. And I'm always expressing that. And I feel like this is a really good foundation to express that inner dialogue of mine. A lot of people do it through writing. A lot of people do it through their art. A lot of people do it through sport. For me, I feel that articulating my words, speaking, and conversing has always been something for me to express myself. And communication has always been the top of my list of things. And public speaking, I remember when I was in the fourth grade, actually the fifth grade, fifth and sixth grade. So in fifth grade, I took third in the city of Great Falls for speech. I did speech in fifth and sixth grade, and I took third, and my speech was on wrestling. And then in the sixth grade, I won the entire city of Great Falls, which is only like 70,000 people, but I won the entire city in the sixth grade, and my speech was on lifting weights and the benefits of lifting weights. So I've been at this game for a long time, man. I've been doing speaking arrangements, and I've been talking for a long, long time. But if you have ever met me, I do a fairly good job of listening and conversing, and I don't just spew a bunch of information on you and at you. So moving along from that topic, I just got asked, the reason why I was talking about that is because a lot of people ask me about videos, and they want to make videos, and they're on the edge, and maybe you're somebody out there that has taken a video of yourself, and you wanted to post it, but you sat there contemplating if you're going to post or not. And you're like, man, I don't know. And you start to critique yourself, and you start to wonder what people think about you, what people are going to say about you. My biggest advice to people that are going to make videos, create content, make posts that is vulnerable, because if you have followed my journey up to this point, and if you watch up to 5 minutes of the video, you are typically somebody who likes me. And if you're watching this because you're a hater, what's up? But I doubt it. Haters aren't going to indulge in your content. And that's what you must understand is when you start this vulnerability posting and when you start to really express yourself freely and express who you are as a person through social media and your social media platforms, is understand that the people that you're worried about having an opinion on aren't giving a fuck. They're not looking deeper into your post. They're looking at the first sentence, the first couple sentences, and this keeps scrolling. They're looking at your Instagram stories, and they're tapping through really quickly, or they're just swiping over. The people that are actually listening and indulging in your content, that's who you should be delivering your message to. So get out of your head about being perfect. We went over this, progress over perfection. Get out of your head about being perfect and step into you and who you are and deliver your story, man. People need to hear your story. And that's why I shared a little bit about my story yesterday, is that oftentimes we get stuck in having to be in this one mold. Like, I got to be a business entrepreneur. I got to be a hippie. I got to say fuck society and fuck money and this and that. Or I have to be all about money, all about success, all about wealth. Well, why can't you be both? Why can't you be a gun-toting hippie that drives a Ferrari? Why not? What rules are there? There's no rules. You define yourself and your success and your happiness by who you are as a person and what you want to do, man. And everything else and everybody else's opinion, detach yourself from people's opinions. You're the only one who's got to sleep with yourself. You're the only one that's got to look at yourself in the mirror each and every single day and answer to yourself. If you're doing what truly makes you happy to your core, who cares? So if you're making a video and you want to share something that's important or meaningful to you or of value to you, and you want to share something, whether it be through a blog or a vlog or just a few videos on Instagram or Snapchat, or you have a podcast that you want to start it, do it, start it. Because guess what? Those who support you are going to be the ones that support you forever. The haters, they're not even going to be watching. I don't have any haters that are watching 10 minutes of my video clips. The people that care about me are watching this far. So don't do it for the people who are hating for you, because they don't even matter. Do it for the people who care about you. Do it for the people who are listening to your content, because those are the people who matter most. So deliver your music, sing your songs, write your content, write your poetry, do your dances on your Instagram, record them, make your art, do your drawings, express yourself freely in the way that you feel is who you are at your rooted self. So that's my little rant on that. And I feel like maybe that's today's message is social media and this whole facade of fucking online personalities and who we're supposed to be like and what we're supposed to portray. It's so surface level, man. How many times have you met somebody from social media and you're like, damn, that person is not who they say they are on social media, or not who they portray that they are on social media? That's disheartening, right? Because a lot of the times those people that you meet are typically people that you look up to, that you follow, and you're like, oh, he seems so like this, or he seems so like this. And I feel that that's my mission, is I hope that when people meet me for the first time and or friends of mine, they're like, yeah, Josh is exactly how he is on social media. I'm really not hiding anything. I've pretty much told all of my secrets, not to the details, but most people know about most of the things that are going on in my life. I don't sit here and I tell people about my problems, but I'm very transparent about my life and what's going on and what's happening, because guess what? I know that I'm not the only one going through this stuff, because I get messages all the time that say, that's exactly what I needed to hear today. I'm going through this right now, or this is happening in my life. This is the developing situation that's going on, and I can relate to your message. And if it's one person, 1,000 people, or 10,000 people, guess what? You too have a message to share. I receive insight and value more from people sometimes that have 100 followers compared to people who have 100,000 followers. Just because you got some fucking clout on social media doesn't make you important. Doesn't make you better than the next person. Doesn't make you more smart than the next person. Doesn't make you more of value. I promise you, some of the content that I receive does not come from these huge pages. Does not come from where you think it comes from. Some people that I receive most of the value from don't even have social media. Let's talk about mentorship. Let's talk about people who are making tens and hundreds of millions of dollars who I collaborate with. You don't find them getting 10,000 likes on social media. Why? Because they're out doing what they say they're doing. They're not flashing. I'm taking a little bit of a different approach, because I do like this social media game. It's a fucking game, man. And those who get too caught up in the game, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for those people who get caught up in the game and the clout and not shouting other people out or supporting other people because you feel that your lack of success is your success is determined or not determined by the success of another man. And I talked about that. If you think that by somebody else succeeding is taking away from your success, you're broken. That is the most lack mentality mindset that you can have. If you live in abundance and you understand that, why are we all competing? Why are we competing? You know who competes? Broke people compete. Wealthy collaborate. Wealthy people collaborate. Broke-minded people compete. Broke wants to create division and create chaos and do one of these numbers. People who are conscious and aware are looking to collaborate. They're looking to connect. They're looking to influence and to be influenced and inspired by their fellow man or woman. And if you have a message to share, it doesn't matter if you have 100 followers, 200 followers, 300 followers, 30,000. Doesn't make you any more or any less important. You should share your content. I'm not here to change the world. I'm not here to help people. I'm here to share my story is all. And if you receive value from my story, if you receive insight and inspiration from my story, I'm incredibly grateful for that. If you're somebody out there who just supports me because you like me, thank you too. If you're a hater out there because you don't like me, and you still follow me, and you still look behind the scenes, and you're still watching everything that I do, but you don't like, you don't comment, and you don't support, thank you too. You're watching. And if you're somebody who is a hater and you actually reach out to me and you say mean things to me, thank you too. I don't have to justify. I don't have to explain. I don't have to say anything to you about anything that I do. Because guess what? I'm just working on me, man. And I'm not here to tell anybody to do what they're supposed to do. I'm just simply here to do what I'm supposed to do by the drive and purpose that I have within myself. And if you have a drive and purpose within inside you, and you have a strong pull, if you wake up in the morning and you're like, man, the life that I'm living right now is definitely not what I really want to be doing, then there's going to have to come a point when the pain is no longer worth the pleasure. That's the first step of addiction. People ask, well, how do you get sober? It's easy. The pain was no longer worth the pleasure. And I'll talk about that at some point. But when the pain is no longer worth the pleasure, you change. You make that leap of faith. You commit. You one day wake up and you go, I'm leaving all that shit behind, and you let go, man. And now is the time to let go of the story that you play in your mind about why you're not good enough, why you're not smart enough, why you're not beautiful enough, why you're not articulate enough to speak in front of a camera, why your writing's not good enough, why you don't have enough followers to share a message, why you're not popular enough to have a viewpoint and a stance. Throw all those limiting beliefs away and share your story. It's important. And if anybody hasn't told you yet today, you are important. And I'm incredibly proud of you for stepping up and stepping into your power, because I know the courage that it takes to do that. That's today's podcast, More in the Know, episode 16, on this beautiful day here in Glendale, Arizona. If you want to find more of my content, you can look me up at morintheknow.org. I offer personalized success coaching. If you are in the process of building a personal brand, let me assist you with that. Behind me, you guessed it, Fueled Supplements. I'm the co-owner. My dad and I run this. It's Montana made, Montana created. We're a small company on the verge of a large breakthrough. We'd love for you to try our products out, show your support. Head to fueledsupplements.com or find us on Instagram at Fueled Supplements. Stay in the know on Instagram as well, and follow me at More in the Know. That's Morin, my last name, TheKnow. And you guys have a beautiful Wednesday.